So you've built the career, the life, the version of success that everyone said you should want. So why does it feel like something's missing? If you're sitting in a job that used to make sense and now feels like it's slowly suffocating you, if a relationship or a friendship that used to feel good is now feeling off, or even if you started feeling something new, just moving through you and you can't quite explain it, and honestly it kind of scares you a little bit, I want you to stick with me through this video because I'm going to tell you exactly what that is and what to do about it. So, come on, let's talk about it, friend. All right, so I'm sitting in a Walmart parking lot in Round Rock, Texas on my lunch break, right? And I've got my phone propped up. In fact, I'm joining a free online session called Love Fest, and I'm about to do my first breathwork session I've ever done before. It's called Soma breath. And something shifted, bruh. Not something small either. There was a huge shift that began to really happen. And this shift I've been learning through and growing through for years now. Story is like 3 years ago, right? So if you've heard me tell this story before, you heard it as it was the beginning. And so today I want to tell you what that was the actual beginning of. Now, because Soma breath on the surface is just breath work, it's a technique, a rhythm, something you can learn in an afternoon. But what it actually did for me was different. It cleared enough space, enough noise, enough of that constant mental gripping, you know, so that something can finally get through. And I didn't know it at the time, but that parking lot session wasn't really the destination. That wasn't the thing I was doing. It was the opening of a door. So 2 weeks later, I found myself in Ibiza, Spain, doing this deep breath work again. I'm actually there to become certified and learn about it. And this breath work that I was doing blew my mind, in ways I could not have imagined. I connected with a past version of me, with the future version of myself, and I felt what I can only describe as my spiritual self. It's interesting because also one of these breathwork ceremonies that we did, it was like I was able to connect with my ancestors generations back and was able to feel some of that energy that really wasn't needed anymore start to actually clear. Now, I'm not telling you this so that you can believe it happened exactly the way I experienced it. It's not what I'm going for. I'm telling you this because you might recognize something in yourself that is taking this kind of form. So here's what I've come to understand about this whole arc. The parking lot, Ibiza, and really everything since. It was never really about learning to breathe. It was about creating enough spaciousness inside of myself to receive something I already had, but I couldn't quite access it because it was too loud for me to hear it. And I think that's exactly where a lot of people are right now. Maybe you're sitting in a job that used to make sense and now feels like it's suffocating you. Maybe it's not even work. Maybe it's a friendship or relationship or even a version of you that used to fit, now just doesn't. And you're feeling a new energy trying to move through you. And there's perhaps this old stickiness still in the way. Some old fear, old identity, maybe old stories about who you're allowed to be. So I want to be really clear about something here, okay? What's happening to you isn't some new information that's arriving from the outside. It's actually a remembering. There's something in you, no matter how quiet, how dim it might feel right now, that really has known this all along. So that's exactly why you are feeling this friction, you know? That's why something in you is saying, this just isn't working anymore and I need something different. You're not broken, my friend, okay? You are simply waking up. And the discomfort in that is actually part of that process. So, if that's where you are right now, if you're in a space where, you're feeling something shift and you don't really know what it is, how to release it, what's holding you back, so that you can fully begin to step into it, that's exactly the space that I'm holding in our 21-day program. It's built to help you really clear what's stuck, just sticking to you, so that you can access more of who and what you actually are and start leading your life from that newly awakened place instead of just repeating the old patterns. Because really, here's the truth as a human being, right? We are always in transition. And the moment you start changing is the moment you stop living. So the only question here is whether you're going to like let yourself move through it, or you want to just stay stuck fighting. So go ahead and check out the link that's right below, which discusses more about the program. And if you have any questions, you can even book a call with me right there on my website. And to be honest with you, 100%, at the end of the day, I want for you the same thing that I want for myself. I want to see you doing better. So go ahead right now and click on the link, learn about the program. Like I said, you can book a call with me if you need to, but do it now while you have the energy strong within you, and before this energy dissipates. Thank you so much for joining. It's great to see you again. Go ahead and drop in the comments if you want, like, just to let me know where you're at, what's going on with you, and perhaps a question that you have. All right. My name is Destiny. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I'll see you soon. Bye.